So I would be taking this CRM, customer relationship management. One subject definitely I would be taking. Um you must have seen me in college. I have around 2 to 3 years of industry experience and 8 9 years of teaching experience. Basically, I was teaching to MMS or MBA students only. Now, why this subject? Why CRM? Now, we all are from marketing. We understand the importance of customer. Now, we see that there is a shift. Now, over the years, we have seen that nowadays the strategies, we can say, or the policies, the company policies, they are more customer centric. Now, what I mean by customer centric is we are keeping customers at the center, and we are revolving all our activities around this customers or around these customers. Now, this is what we mean by customer centric. Now, the question is now why this shift have been. Earlier, that was not the case. If you read maybe these scenarios of maybe 80s or 90s or early 2000, Indian scenario we are talking, this was not the case. Now, basic reason behind this is the policy of 1991, and that was liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Now, these three moves or these three initiatives actually changed the Indian scenario. Now, what do we mean by change in Indian scenario is the focus which was earlier towards making products shifted towards globally selling your goods, making more and more companies to enter. So reduction in entry barriers. So in this way, what happened that for a single product, now we see that there are multiple brands available. You understand the difference between product and a brand. A pen is a product, but then Lexi becomes a brand. Hmm? Offering is same, but when you give a name to what you are offering, becomes a brand. So we see that we have observed that after the policies of 1991, post 1991, we witnessed major companies, major MNCs started coming to Indian market because for them it was a new and a lucrative market with lots of population to cater to. So when I have many customers for my product, becomes a lucrative market for me. Hmm. So many companies started in, lots of competition, and when competition is there, what makes difference is how do I cater to my customers. I don't make much difference in terms of product, but I can seriously make in seriously make the difference in terms of how I offer it to the customer. So in this way, this CRM thing is coming into picture. So it is basically how you differentiate yourself. Now you are in CRM, basically you are differentiating yourself the way you are offering the things to your customers. As I said, I cannot do major thing to the product. I have done cost cutting. I have employed world class employees with me, or the technicians and consultants team with me. So these are things which are being taken care of by the management. Now, what final thing I have to offer, I am unable to make much of difference. Now, few years back, it was even today also. Few years back, as in the trend we are discussing, it is how in a short span of time you reach to your customers. So that is how strong your supply chain management is. If you see the current example of the giants, the Amazon and Flipkart. Now, only difference maybe in terms of their differentiating factor for both of them is their cycle, the supply chain cycle. If Amazon is maybe taking 2 days or 3 days time, and if the competitor is taking maybe 1 day or less than 2 days, then that becomes a differentiating factor, because we want that when I have ordered something to reach as fast as to me. So these are some ways I can make difference in my offering. The product remains the same, or there are lots of such products available in the market. So only difference I can make in in my offering is by adding some value addition. So that value addition could be in terms of reaching your customers faster, and the kind of value addition which we are going to study in this entire subject is how how your relationship is with your customer, and that is the whole chunk of this particular subject. Now, how you are managing this relationship with your customer. So coming back, wait a minute, let me just share my screen. We'll just quickly go through what is there which we have to study. So this is the syllabus. Is the screen visible to you? Can you see what the syllabus is? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So the syllabus covers some 5 topics or 5 units. The first being the introductory part, where we are, wait a minute. Yeah. Uh, First being the introductory part, we are going to look at some of the fundamental things, or the introductory units about introductory concepts of CRM. What do we mean by CRM? What do we mean by establishing relationship? What do we mean by managing this external and internal relationship? Why it is important to communicate to the customers and with other stakeholders, and the thing which we discussed right now, the shift from product focus to the customer focus. Now, what do we mean by transactional and relationship marketing and stuff like that? Then we are going to see the from the student point of view, how do we define it, what are the levels, how it is considered nowadays as a strategic marketing tool, what is its importance or significance for our shareholders or stakeholders, and the steps of CRM or the types of CRM: operational, analytical, and collaborative. Then, very important factor of CRM, or we can say the base of CRM, that is acquisition and retention. There is a difference in acquisition and retention. So why to acquire, why to retain, what is the value of our customer, uh, in terms of knowing the people, serving the customers, communication with the customers, and all. Then what do we mean by retention, what role it plays, and important from our exam point of view is this CLTV, customer lifetime value. Now, whenever we talk about CRM, we always uh, we are being asked what do we mean by this CLTV, customer lifetime value. And then we are going to see the mechanics of CRM, how to maintain the database, then how to manage the portfolio of the customers, the basic principles related to it, what do we mean by segmentation, sales forecasting, and overview of this CRM in 2 scenarios: business to customers and business to business. There is a little differentiation in the way we communicate to our final customers, that is the B2C thing, and the B2B, when we are communicating to another business and we are treating that business as our customer. So there is this little differentiation. So the overview we are going to cover these things. When we talk about this consumer durable industries, how we are applying CRM in terms of marketing of white goods as in the electronic items, household electronic items. So the way to cater to these set of customers is little different than communicating to other consumers. And then implementing and the trends. So from future perspective, how it is going to help our business, how we are actually going to implement. So if you generally know about this CRM, it is like an IT tool. Now earlier, the salesperson which used to talk to us while selling, and if we understand, or if we establish some kind of rapport with that salesperson, that was the point. We used to go back again to the same dealer because we were happy with the way the salesperson is talking to us, or giving the information, giving us the demonstration and other stuff. So that was one way of catering the consumers. So that was the CRM of, let's say, 15 years back or 20 years back. But nowadays what happens, we usually, the proportion has been reduced to actually visiting the physical store and purchasing. Now we usually prefer the online platform more compared to physical visit, because things are available, access is faster, we can read the reviews and we can make the buying decision. So we actually don't require somebody to feed us the information. Are you understanding the difference? What happens in current scenario is that if I have to purchase a mobile, maybe first thing is I check its availability, on which platform it is easily available. Features and all I know, because generally also just by discussing it with my friends, I come to know about its features, and whatever information I want, that I already gather from the internet. So that information part I have, so I am myself educated enough to make the decision which model is best suited, which mobile phone model is best suited for me. So I have that information. I check the platforms on which it is available. The next step I check probably would be any deals or offers are being offered to me or not. So if that care is also being taken care of, the next step is just simply going for maybe COD, or instant payment or EMI. So this is how I do the decision in today's world. So what I was discussing is that few years back it was completely driven, or it was the CRM thing was completely managed by the persons or the salespeople of the organization. B2C की हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. But in today's scenario, it is the it is actually we who are end to end managing the process. We are logging on, we are getting information, we are making payments, and simply by some third party we are receiving the delivery. So today's CRM is more IT driven. So when it is more IT driven, nowadays, to take care of this customer relationship management, rather than being dependent on my sales force, I am more dependent on data. So big data is helping me a lot in terms of managing the customers. I can understand, with the help of big data, or with the help of studying the Excel, I can very well understand where my consumers are spending, how they are spending, and based on that, I derive the ways to contact. Now, if I have to communicate also, I have email communication or a WhatsApp communication, or I have a Facebook. Through that I do the product launches. So the social media is also playing major role in CRM. So this is how there is a shift in terms of implementing CRM. So this is what we are going to see in this particular subject. Very interesting. Has got little IT background in terms of implementing it in our organization. It basically revolves around customer acquisition and retention. And more than acquiring the new customers, CRM believes more in retaining. Because as per the studies in marketing, it is believed that acquiring and retention, there is a lot of difference. If I'm spending 1 rupee in acquiring, I spend 6 to 7 rupees in retaining these customers. Now why this is so? Because as customers I have got lots of option. If A is not available, I have easily access to B, C, D, E, F products. So why will I stick only to product A? So from customers point of view, because of increased competitions, I have got lots of options available, but it is a very dangerous situation for a marketer. So I need to have some customers who will come again and again to me and do the business. So to make to happen this this to make this customer engagement happen, I need to find ways and means, and those ways and means can be provided with the help of CRM. So this is the rough background, and this is what we are going to talk in our coming sessions regarding CRM. So we would be talking about retaining the customers probably after every minute or so. So this is what it is all about. Let me just take you to a quick video which will give us the fair idea about how these things are being managed. So just give me a second. I'll switch the screen. Yeah. Can you see this video?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Just a small video, but then it's a good one.
Ma'am, the voice is not coming.
Fine, fine. I'll increase it. I'll increase it. Mm, it is not at all audible, the video.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am. No, ma'am.
Can you now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Then oh, maybe maybe I have to download it or something, and then I have to probably I don't know whether the live one would be audible or not.
Ma'am, later on you can share the video link, but as of now we can just see the graphical
Fine.
representation of the video.
But then I don't know with the maybe I'll do one thing after a particular seconds. I'll take a pause, and then I'll just explain what the communication was. Maybe we'll see that, and definitely I'll share the link of the video.
Yeah, that is also fine.
Right. I'll maybe I'll do one thing. Maybe I'll mute myself. Then probably let's see whether it is audible or not. Was that audible?
No,
No,
ma'am, no.
ma'am.
Not yet, ma'am.
Fine, fine, fine. I'll find it out how to share it because I have never done this sharing of videos. Maybe I'll take maybe in next lecture I would be ready with it. I'll do one thing. I'll play it from the beginning and we'll just explain what it is.
Okay.
Um, See, I'll do one thing. I'll share the link of it and we'll discuss about this video tomorrow, because it doesn't make sense you people just seeing what the movement of graphics is happening. So it makes no sense. Fine, we'll do one thing. We'll just simply begin with our session. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So what it is, what CRM is all about, and what are the fundamentals of understanding the CRM. Basically, it's a process. When we say process, it means there are a lot of things which go in the back end. So we are not only focusing on one aspect, then we are taking care of lots of dependent and other things. That is what the process is. So when I say the billing process, meaning somebody has to swipe, somebody has to wait for the correct amount to be entered in the machine, he has to wait for the receipt to come out, and that is what we mean by the process, billing process. Sorry. So CRM is a process. Now what sort of process is this? Process of maximizing customer value through an ongoing marketing activity. So in CRM process, I am actually maximizing the customer value. So what value my customers have to me, I try to maximize it in the beginning. For example, a simple day-to-day example, a vegetable vendor is there. Now he has set up his shop on footpath. He is there to sell the vegetables. Now I'm a customer. One day I happened to go at that time. Abhi lockdown ka scenario only we are discussing. So during जो कि 7 to 11 का जो limit है, I happened to go on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and I find that there is a person, a new one, being now since I stay, I know the area very well. So I see that there is a new vegetable vendor who is setting up his stall on so and so footpath. So I just see that he is doing his job very efficiently. He is distributing and he has the fresh stock of vegetables, and he is nicely doing his things. So I just see that the vegetables are fresh. I go there, I do the shopping for that day, and I come back, and I find that the way he was talking, the way he the time which he spent to do the billing, quick tha bahut. So such things I observe, and I believe that maybe next time when I have to go, I'll go, and maybe I'll purchase from the same vegetable vendor. So this is what that vegetable vendor is doing to maximize his customer values. Job of vegetable vendor is to serve fresh vegetables. Agreed. But then how he is serving them, how he is bifurcating all the vegetables, how he is talking to his customers, how he is negotiating, how he is doing the how he is taking care of cash payments and Google Pay. So how he is managing, the way he does all these things is actually he is maximizing the customer values. So in CRM, this is what we think of, how I can maximize my customer values. Now how can I do that? Through an ongoing marketing activity. So now we are discussing the actually CRM process. क्या process में है that we are discussing. So through ongoing marketing activity. Now when I say marketing, meaning you are marketing your product. So it is not only you are selling, but you are marketing. So meaning you are differentiating yourself the way you sell, which is an ongoing activity. So when I have to maximize my customer value, in case of CRM, I should be focusing on this ongoing marketing activity founded on intimate customer knowledge, knowing my customer very well, knowing their habits, knowing their behavior, knowing their spends pattern, knowing their likes and dislikes, and accordingly changing your marketing activity. This is established through, now how can I get this intimate customer knowledge? Intimate, personal, huh? Thoda deep mein jaake. So that is what we mean by intimate. So how do I gather this intimate customer knowledge? By collecting management and leverage of customer information and the contact history. So this is what happens in case of CRM. So when I say that CRM is a process, I mean that I should be doing ongoing marketing activities. I should be continuously monitoring my marketing activities based on the intimate or very personal customer information. Now, personal doesn't mean that is personal, you know, uh, personal life related information. We don't mean that here, huh? But very, very deep information about the customer. Now, how do I get this deep information about the customer? By way of the customer information, by talking to the customers, maybe observing their behavior, observing how they are talking to the fellow customers, and maybe the history of the person. History, maybe यहाँ पे we'll take the payment history into consideration, how frequently he is coming, how he is dealing with me. If I say no to a particular commodity, how he is reacting. So this is what we mean by intimate customer knowledge, and CRM takes care of all these things. So that is why it's a continuous process. We have to take customer feedback, accordingly we have to change, or we have to uh, make few changes in our marketing activities, and by doing these things we are actually maximizing the set of customers, or the customers, the valued customers offering to them. So this is what CRM is all about. It is about perfecting the customer relationship to maximize customers value over time. So we are trying basically in CRM, by implementing CRM, we are trying to make this customer relationship, जैसे कि company and customer, we are trying to make this relationship perfect, basically to maximize the customer's value over time. Now, what we mean by customer value is that customer should come again and again to you. You should retain him. If you want to go to the same set of shop, that shop has to offer you something. And what we can offer is what the CRM implementers have to think all the time. So we have talked about the customer relationship. So this relationship management has got two angles, internal and external. Now, as the name suggests, internal, inside, external, outside. So what this internal sort of relationship is? Now, internal relationship के लिए very important factor is communication. Any relationship is based on how effectively you communicate. So internal communication is information and ideas exchange within the organization itself. Now, when we are saying that internal relationship management, very important factor of internal relationship management is internal communication. The communication which takes place internally. So what sort of internal communication can take place? Sharing of information and ideas within the organization. In internal communication, messages can be exchanged via personal contact, telephone, email, internet, or modern employee communication platform. So we are talking about the ways we can, the means we can communicate with each other. So that could be by just personal talks, or maybe through telephone, email, and the modern, Zoom and all such platforms. So that becomes the internal communication platform. Now, when we are discussing the internal, communication, four types of internal communications. These are four ways: vertical, downward, upward, and horizontal. Internally, we are communicating one sort of communication would be vertical communication. If you can see, there is an upward and a downward arrow. The vertical communication between employees on different hierarchical position. So maybe the chief manager marketing communicating to the AVP of let's say operations. So employees on different hierarchical positions, एक chief manager है, एक AVP है, and there is this communication going on. Internally they are communicating, maybe they are discussing informally about some policies, or maybe whatever it is. So this sort of communication is called as vertical communication. Then there is this downward communication from manager to leaders or to the employees. जो ऊपर से नीचे जो message आता है, that is called as downward communication. Then there is an upward communication between employees to the manager or to the leader. Maybe he is reporting. So while he is reporting, that communication is called as upward communication. Maybe they are discussing, the employee or the superior is discussing about his they are discussing about appraisals. So that becomes an upward communication. I am discussing something to my superior regarding why I am fit for promotion, or why I am fit for more accountability, something like that. Then comes horizontal. The arrows are at the same level. So communication between individuals on the same hierarchical position. When a chief manager is discussing something with chief manager of another department, or maybe chief manager who is taking care of one process is discussing with somebody at the same level of some other process. So that becomes horizontal communication, and these are ways of internally discussing the things. Vertical, downward, upward, and horizontal. Pretty simple. And what we have to remember here is that internal communication mein basically we are using the modern technology to communicate. We'll just understand the differentiation between internal and external, and then we'll understand why it is necessary. So unlike internal communication, external communication means exchange of information both within the organization and outside. So when we are discussing internally, and sometimes we are discussing to an outside person. So this exchange of information is called as external communication. For example, maybe I'm the sales manager who is taking care of beverages section. Now, being a sales manager, I go on periodic visits and I visit all the vendors, let's say all the retailers and distribution, maybe once in a month or so. So when at this time during my visit, when I talk to the retailers or distributors regarding why sales are going down, that becomes my external communication because it is outside of the organization. This is called as external communication. Now, this communication can be formal or informal. It can take any of these forms. Formal means the main goal of external, fine. Now, the main goal of this external communication is to inform the outside world an important message about the work and quality of the organization. Now, when I am talking to the vendors, when I am talking to the distributors, I am understanding their complaints, but I am also suggesting them the ways to overcome. So through this informal external communication, I'm trying to inform the outside world an important message about the maybe the changed policy or the quality or the work of the organization. So that is why the external communication. Internal communication is form of communication which organizations cannot regulate directly. Now, this is again the informal communication. So no assistant AVP sales can tell me, tell the sales manager that whenever you will visit the vendors, these four lines or these four sentences only you have to talk. Generally, they can say that don't disclose the new product launch or don't disclose too much of information, but really they cannot control the kind of communication which can take place. I hope you are understanding. So this is internal and external communication. Now, why there is need and why it is important to establish this relationship with customers and other stakeholders? Why it is necessary and why it is important? Now, what happens by maintaining good relationships? The groundwork for the creation of an atmosphere of support, trust, and establishment of cooperation network can be achieved. Now, this is, like generally we are talking. एक कम्युनिकेशन से क्या फायदा हो सकता है when we communicate? हाँ, generally also when we communicate with our friends, maybe एक कोई while we are working we come across few of the things. Maybe the way my manager blasted at me yesterday, I was not happy with that. Maybe during the team meeting, the way he tackled my issue, the kind of communication which took place between me and him when everybody was present online for that particular meeting, I did not like. So when we are discussing such issues or such sort of things, क्या हो सकता है generally why we do that? So that this sort of communication say we try to find solution to our problems, or sometimes we just want a window to open up. So ye bhi the topic which we are right now discussing, need and importance, this is quite general. A communication with your stakeholder or with your customers, what can happen, what can take place? You can have their support, you can have your customers or your stakeholders support, you can win their trust because there is somebody who is addressing. So you can earn trust through this communication, and the establishment of cooperation network can also be achieved. Now, I know that there is somebody who is listening. I can go back to him, I can tell my things, I get a feedback, I am satisfied with that feedback, and again if some problem arises I can contact them because I know that the source will help me out. So this kind of cooperation network can also be achieved. So this is just because of maintaining good relationship. So it is like counseling. When we go to a counselor, we know that surely we'll get a good feedback, or all my queries will be resolved and I'll get a true and some kind of feedback. So that is why the counselors are for. And that is what CRM is doing for their customers and stakeholders. This is quite obvious. Generally, that is what I said. Generally, we are discussing. Now, isse kya hota hai? Because of this good relationship, because of maintaining the good relationship, the organization can anticipate potential problems and manage expectations of shareholders more effectively. Yes, by communicating to somebody, I can anticipate the potential problems and I can manage the expectations of stakeholders or shareholders effectively. Yeah, tell. Hello. Yes, somebody wanted to talk about something. Anything to ask? Fine. By learning and embracing critical strategies of building and strengthening the relationship with stakeholders, organizations solidify their long-term success. So when I know how to communicate to my customers, how to establish the relationship with customers, it calls for a long-term success. It calls for a long-term relationship with those customers. So communication with right people at the right time can improve relationship. It can minimize the issues and ensure a sale. As I said, this is general. We'll just listen to it. CRM works effectively in situations where the business is relatively stable and there is a large class of stakeholders interacting with business in reasonably consistent ways. Now, very important point here. CRM works effectively in situations where business is relatively stable. Stable business, I have stable sales. I know these are the customers to whom I have to sell. So I go to them, I sell my products to them, and this is how I have a stable sales. And CRM works effectively in this scenario. Also, when there is large class of stakeholders interacting with the business in a reasonably consistent way. Now, this is about the external communication when we are discussing. So basically, in this situation where everything is running smoothly, there is no too much of up and down in terms of sales. CRM works effectively because I know these are the set of customers, and to them only I have to contact, and I have to generate maximum amount. So CRM, sorry, CRM works effectively in such situation. Its focus, CRM's focus is to build and maintain customer-centered enterprise cost effectively and generate good ROI. Running a successful CRM project requires high degree of stakeholder management approval we are talking about. In order to have a better stakeholder management, especially in rural areas, which is the bottom of the pyramid, there is necessity for corporates to work towards financial inclusion for the same technology and communication are the prime moves. Now in this point, we are talking about CRM when we are going to implement for different set of customers, for rural customers. Now, I hope you understand bottom of pyramid. Bottom of pyramid मतलब जहाँ पे maximum number of customers are. If that when that number is maximum, those lie at the bottom because those are my regular customers जिनसे I generate income or I generate revenue on a regular basis. The ones who are exclusive ones, जिनसे business कभी कभी होता है, but then the kind of business which I generate, the amount is maximum. Those lie at the middle and at the top position. You are understanding this bottom of pyramid concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Any example? Anybody for this bottom of pyramid? Okay, let me just quickly give you the example. A normal bakery shop is there. Now, this bakery shop major business would be generating, selling this day-to-day stuff. जो bread, butter, जो भी है, I generate maximum of revenue by selling these stuff. So such products and the customers who are purchasing such products, they lie at the bottom of pyramid. एकदम pyramid के bottom में, नीचे वाले. तो उनसे जनरेट होने वाला मनी इज स्मॉल, द रेवेन्यू इज स्मॉल, बट देन दिस रेवेन्यू जनरेशन हैपेंस ऑन अ रेगुलर बेसिस. Then comes a set of customers who go for some, go for those little exclusive products, little costly. So जो 20 रुपए 30 रुपए मिलने वाले हैं, I am expecting, let's say I'm earning 110 rupees like that. So difference is more. But then I have lesser customers who are purchasing those exclusive or little, towards the higher side, the products. So those customers lie at the center of the pyramid. And then I have the ones who regularly purchase, let's say, the birthday cakes or something or pastries, which are anyways costing me some 150 rupees or 100 or 200 rupees like that. So such customers are giving me more revenue, but then the frequency of them dealing with me is lesser compared to the ones who are at the bottom of the pyramid. So this is how the concept of bottom of the pyramid is. ऊपर से पैसा बहुत आता है, but the frequency is less. Middle one is relatively less, and bottom of the pyramid से थोड़ा ज्यादा. And bottom में the regular ones who are dealing with me on a regular basis, but then their amount of business with me is lesser. So what we are discussing here is, in order to have a better stakeholder management in rural areas, which is the bottom of the pyramid, in say I'm not expecting too much of revenue, there is a necessity for corporates to work towards financial inclusion of same technology and communication are prime moves. So the corporates has to the corporate people, they have to work towards the financial inclusion of same technology and communication. So here also, though the rural customers are at the bottom of the pyramid, but then communication is very important, very much necessary. And there also we need to include some kind of technology. So we need to have some provisions for inclusion of the technology, even though we are dealing with rural customers who are lying at the bottom of the pyramid. So this is about the internal and external communication, and this is how the need and importance of the communication to the internal and external parties. Now, this was what we discussed in the beginning. Transition from product focus to consumer or customer focus. Let us understand what do we mean by product focus or customer focus. Product centricity or focus refers to the act of building and structuring your company around your key products. So what is your key product? What are your products to offer? You are building and structuring your entire company around such products. So basically, it means you are focusing on what you are offering more compared to any other thing. You are not talking about how to distribute to maximum places. You are not talking about uh, maybe pricing according to the competitors. No, I'm just focusing on what I am offering to my consumers, and that is what we call it as product centricity or product focus. Product centric companies tend to invest heavily in R&D and focus on developing newer and more advanced products. Now, to offer more and more products to my consumers, I need to find more such products. So that is why I invest more in R&D. I also try to focus more on developing new and advanced products. These companies expand by adding new product lines to their portfolio or expanding to serve newer markets. Now, when I'm focusing only on my products, I've tried to focus on coming up with newer products so that more things can be offered, or I am expanding to serve newer markets. I try to find जैसे कि offline से online and online plus offline. So these are three marketplaces for me to offer. So I'd either go for more number of products or I go for finding newer markets. So this is the approach of product centric or product focused companies. Customer centricity, what it is, refers to the act of putting your customers at the core of your business. So I do all my activities keeping in mind about my customers. This means that your business objectives, goals, and missions should revolve around the idea of creating positive experience for your customers or delivering value to them. I'm not spending much on finding new products. I'm not spending much on finding new markets to cater to, but I'm thinking about customers. I'm thinking about how they can experience, how my customers can experience when they are dealing with me. So I'm basically thinking from this angle, and then I'm coming up with my objectives and missions. So I'm revolving my whole business around my customers. Customer centric businesses believe that their clients are the primary reasons that they exist, and they are happy to go to extra mile to keep their customers happy. This is what the philosophy of customer centric businesses is, that because of the clients we are there, because of the clients we exist, and We are happy if my customers are happy. Examples of these customer centric companies include Amazon, and strategies adopted are customer development, acquisition, and retention. So why it is nowadays trend, why companies are becoming more centric. Now why we are discussing this product centric or customer centric is because that is what is the subject, that is what is the tool, marketing, strategic marketing tool which we have got, the today's marketing firms have got. So this becomes, or these topics are they are forming the baseline for our subject. क्यों हमको CRM क्यों study करना है, why it is necessary to study CRM. Now why companies are becoming more customer centric. Customers have access to more options than ever. Very true. This is true for most part, regardless of what industry or product we are looking at. This, yes, definitely we have got lots of options. As customers, we have got lots of options in most of the product categories. Maybe we can say all of the product categories. The advent of social media has also resulted in companies having greater accountability for how they treat their customers. Now this is a serious thing. Now because of social media, very dangerous thing for companies. So the social media has also resulted companies becoming more accountable for for how they treat. A simple dissatisfied customer simply can destroy the image. He can give worst reviews for our of for our product, and when those reviews are there, maybe there are people, even I also, we do study the reviews, and based on that we, it creates a difference. Um Decision making may these reviews are also quite important. So first of all, because of competitions, I as a customer have got lots of options. Social media plays very important role here. It can make or it can destroy your image. Companies that go extra mile for their consumers are often glorified on social media, and you can generate a ton of buzz and word of mouth for your company. That is what is happening in case of social media. I can praise and I can, simply destroy the company as well. So these things are making the customer relationship management important nowadays. Purchasing and sale is majorly happening nowadays online. People are quite driven or motivated because of social media, and I as customer have got lots of options to choose from. So when in such scenarios, what companies have to do, the only option available to them is try to have or try to gain the customers, we can say, the belief, or try to gain maximum share from customers wallet. Now when I have to gain maximum share from customers wallet, I need to do something so that he spends for me. And when I say that I need to do something, meaning we are talking about CRM. We are talking about ways to communicate to customers, ways to deal with customers, ways to tackle my customer issues, and that is what CRM is all about. So we are stopping here today. We'll continue with this transactional and relationship marketing and other stuff, and let me come back to you with that video link so that it can be viewed by you all, and then we'll discuss. So I wanted to ask, um, how many of you are working now? Why I'm asking this, because um, this particular subject is very practical. As I said, it's majority of the concepts are based on information and technology. So when we say CRM, there are lots of tools which are useful for implementing CRM and all. So we are not going in detail of those tools, but we are just taking care of the theoretical part of this CRM initiative or CRM as a strategic marketing tool. So when we are, for example, if you are working in a company where you see that, how this thing is implemented, it will definitely enhance our practical knowledge. So that is why I wanted to know how many of you are working and where you are working. Now, as I have said that it is not, though it's based on information and technology, but its implementation is across industries. Practo, which is an app, through Practo we can see that in my area which doctor is available at what time, maybe the pathology labs and all. But this is again a tool for implementation tool of CRM. It is making our life easier by not wasting our time just going and checking the whether the appointment is available or not, and then taking the decision of continuing with so and so doctor. So all these things are this much of time is being saved by this particular app. So that is what I was saying, that its implementation is across the industries. So that is why I wanted to know how many of you are working and where you are working, and if you have seen practical implementation of it, then we can discuss it in our class. So what you tomorrow let me know who is working where. Maybe कल के session में in the beginning में we'll spend 5 minutes before actually beginning with the session. So we'll discuss where you are working and have you ever seen implementation or some factors of what we have discussed today, and the video as I said, and then we'll continue with the next topics from this particular unit. I hope the things are clear. In case you have anything to ask me, let me know. My number is there, or you can I'm there on the group. You can contact me via WhatsApp, or if you want, I'll share my mobile number also. You can get back to me. I hope the things are clear to you. If you want to include anything from my side, just let me know. Accordingly, we'll do it. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. I hope you understood what I was trying to tell about CRM. We'll learn more about CRM in tomorrow's class. So we'll stop here today for the session. Have a great and a safe day at home. We'll meet you tomorrow. All right.
Ma'am, just a request.
Yes.
Can you share this PPT today, which we're doing right now?
What I'll do once we'll finish with the unit, I'll share it with you. But because what happens, I have unit wise usually I prepare the PPT. So one unit ke all the points which we are discussing as per the syllabus, I include in one single PPT. So once the unit is finished, I'll share that PPT with you. Is that okay?
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
So again, you don't have to compile all the things and you have to study. So one unit you will find all, maybe 40, 50, 60, whatever number of slides are there. Fine then. We'll meet tomorrow. Good day.
Good day, ma'am. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.